Man, so what a year. 2025 was definitely a crazy year for Sonic Speed Simulator. So in this video, much like last year, it's right over here, 1 year ago, we did the Ultimate Sonic Speed Simulator 2024 recap. So in today's video, we're going to be doing the Ultimate Sonic Speed Simulator 2025 recap, and we're going to be going over every single event that dropped, and we'll kind of give our thoughts on it. We did get some interesting things in 2024, like Gemerald, we got Marine, and we also got ESP Silver. But then in 2025, what was the first event we got? Oh, Pirate Vector and Party Hat Amy? All right, that's a weird way. Really weird way to start, but yeah. That's what we started out with. We then did a video about the Luminosity skins and how they kind of glow in the dark. We posted an update talking about the Battle of the Bands and how those skins were coming back. We also did a giveaway, which have since been kind of canceled. Like, I don't really do this format anymore, which is kind of crazy because in case you guys don't know, I was actually the one who started the Sonic Speed Simulator giveaway series, and then some other YouTubers started doing it as well, which is perfectly fine. But we started this series here on this channel, and yeah, at this point we're doing yet another giveaway. But yeah, I'm not too down with doing giveaways, at least in this format anymore. We then carried on. We did a video talking about night mode in City Escape, kind of random. We then finally did the versus event that came out for the Battle of the Bands, where we had DJ Vector, yeah, with the Supreme hoodie. I just call him Supreme Vector because he's wearing like a Supreme like parody hoodie that says Chaotix instead of Supreme. Yeah, and we got Rockstar Rouge, so that was a really cool versus event. We then had night mode in Emerald Hill, kind of random. Man, the Nintendo Switch 2 wasn't even out yet, so I had a video here talking about the Nintendo Switch 2. Clearly didn't do too well, so go check out that video if you haven't already. Ooh, and we even did a video, what's coming in 2025? Well, we did get Super Silver. We did get Super Silver. We didn't get Dark Spine Sonic. We didn't get Lancelot. We didn't get Mephiles. So, I mean, at least I got one of them right. Man, but then we got Luminosity, Knuckles, and Amy. That was 11 months ago. Crazy. At the time, we were also doing our Avatar skin videos, where we took a look at Junio Sonic in Sonic Speed Simulator. We did this video. Is Movie Super Shadow coming to Sonic Speed Simulator? No, we don't even have regular movie. We don't even have regular Movie Shadow, let alone Movie Super Shadow. So that was a bit of a stretch. Unlocking Biker Shadow. Man, I forgot this skin even existed, not gonna lie. And the Fearless Rider, crazy. They just had to bundle it with a skin. That's so funny. Ooh, and then we had a prediction on if Rockstar Blaze would be coming to the game. Steampunk Silver then came to the game. Oh, we did a reaction to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds because that wasn't out yet. Crazy. I mean, I'm going to skip all these other ones that aren't Speed Sim related, but I'm just like reminiscing. This is crazy. We did a Fast Pass prediction video. Ooh, the Trading Hub. The Trading Hub dropped 10 months ago. Crazy. It's crazy how that was like a new thing at the time, and now I'm just so used to it being a part of the game. Luminosity Tails and Rouge dropped. Some changes happened in the game. Training Hub was locked for some people, so we talked about that. We did another giveaway where we gave away every Luminosity skin at the time. That was crazy. Whisper finally came to the game, but I remember I was late to cover this one because wasn't I in New York? I'm pretty sure I was in New York at this time. We did the Junio Supersonic video, talked about the best Chow. We talked about the Hunt returning to Sonic Speed Simulator. We did the famous Movie Shadow video, but this is clearly an avatar. We talked about the trails, the mystical fast pass. Man, it's already been 10 months since that came out. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Did a video talking about removed Chow from the game, rarest items, Dark Sonic, which was an avatar once again, Karate Sonic versus Shadow. This was kind of an interesting one, but one that kind of got slept on a little bit, I feel. Yeah, this is just an update video talking about it, and then finally it came out, and I mean, the skins were all right. The skins were all right. Ooh, and then we got the duplicate skins, the duplicate Android Shadow Gold. Yeesh, that was a big yeesh. We talked about some Trading Hub glitches, Hypersonic, which again, this is an avatar once again. New Luminosity skins, including this Metal Sonic and the Omega skin. So we did get that as well. We announced the winners for one of our giveaways, and we even compared the movie Sonic skin with the movie Sonic like Roblox avatar, which I don't think this avatar is available anymore, so at least we have a record of it in this video. We did a video on the codes that were available in the game. Unfortunately, I think a lot of them have been discontinued at this point. We had a theory about Metro City coming to the game, which was a stage that they used in the mobile Sonic Forces speed battle game to release Movie Shadow. So I thought that maybe we'd be getting Movie Shadow, since why would they give us that stage but not Movie Shadow? So I even followed that up with, are we finally getting Movie Shadow? We did not, because I guess they had some issue getting the rights. I'm sure if they were able to add Movie Shadow to the game, they would have. Movie Sonic versus Shadow event. Yeah, then we had another theory that there would be a versus event because there was a billboard in Metro City that said Sonic the Hedgehog versus something, like some character. And yeah, I thought that versus event would be Movie Sonic versus Movie Shadow or something. That never came to the game though. We did get the Phantom Rider and that world. It's weird how they tied that world to IDW instead of the movie world. You literally even had like the giant Chow, like it was supposed to be the Chow Cafe in Japan or whatever that was in the movie, but anyway, whatever. We got Phantom Rider, so that was kind of cool. Would have been better to get Movie Shadow, but not going to complain. April Fool's event with Jester Sonic. That was kind of interesting. This was just an update, and then we finally got him over here and did a how to unlock video. I had this theory that maybe they would add Eggman to the game through the robot, because there is a hoverboard that you unlock with the Phantom Rider, but in the IDW comics, that hoverboard then transforms into a robot, and that becomes like a robot Eggman. So that would be a really easy way for them to tie that and add Eggman to the game, but it's not really Eggman, it's a robot, since they already have it. They technically already have him in hoverboard form, but he just needs to transform into the robot, and then yeah, just have like a robot skin that's Eggman, I guess. Sonic returned with Synth City. Dang, I forgot about this. Like, no one cared about this video. New secret world in Sonic Speed Simulator, but this is just Synth City, right? So, oh yeah, I remember. They added Synth City, they removed the portal, but then the portal was still accessible for a little while through Metro City. I think that portal's gone now, but that's kind of interesting. We have the Ninja Fast Pass. That was a thing. That was a thing. Talked about finally unlocking every skin in Sonic Speed Simulator, and our last chance to get Movie Shadow, and we of course did not get him, unfortunately. And then finally, I did this video talking about Sonic Speed Simulator being a chore. I think it was because they just re-released everything for the Easter update. I remember I was very disappointed with the Easter update, and yeah, it made this creepy thumbnail. Yeah, Chrome Style Sonic, they released a second Chrome Style Sonic, so that was definitely a thing. And then we had the 3 years of Sonic Speed Simulator, the anniversary. I think this was just a video talking about it, and then later, didn't we? Yeah, we finally covered that later on when they had the 3-year. Wait, what was this video? What was this video? This was just like a prediction video or something? Anyway, I don't even remember my own videos. I make so many. You had Eggman in Sonic Speed Simulator. Unfortunately, of course, this is an avatar. This is just like the Eggman model from Sonic Adventure 2, but this has since been removed from Roblox, so at least we're able to kind of archive it in this video. But yeah, it's been removed, unfortunately. But go watch the video if you're interested. We had Luminosity Silver and Espio. The Espio one was really cool. I like that skin a lot. Then we had the boss fight, Super Shadow versus Infinite. That's really cool that they were able to do that. I hope that one day they'll be able to add Infinite as a playable character, but it's not looking too likely. This character might be next in Sonic Speed Simulator, and nope. Supposedly they wanted to add him as a playable character, but I think Sega's just declining them time and time again. But hey, we got Hero and Dark Shadow. We talked about that in an update, and then we did separate videos on each. How to unlock Hero Shadow and how to unlock Dark Shadow. So that was kind of interesting, but kind of lazy. And since they wouldn't add Infinite to the game, we did it ourselves using an avatar. Unfortunately, this is another one that I think this avatar, it's just gone now. It's been removed, so. And then we had the Every Skin series. Would you guys like to see us continue the Every Skin series? And maybe the next one we'll do is Every Shadow Skin or something like that. We then had the Rockstar Fast Pass. It finally happened. We did get Rockstar Blades, which is really cool. Oh my god, we even got this rock star, like heavy metal Sonic. So cool. We gave away rare skins for free on the trading hub. Again, we definitely came up with this format of just giving away skins on the trading hub for 1 red star ring. I'm not sure if anyone else has copied this format since, but pretty cool. Pretty cool to see like the first instance of it. Then we had Pirate Sonic versus Captain Shadow. This was an update. We knew it was going to come to the game. The most powerful Chow, which is actually not this Knuckles Chow, but anyway. And then finally, Pirate Sonic and Captain Shadow came to the game, so we did a how to unlock video on that. Of course, OVO Metal Sonic is here, but this is just yet another avatar video. Mario and Sonic Speed Simulator is here, but this is yet another avatar video. We did a Q&A for our 20,000 subscribers special, which is crazy. We're already almost at 27,000 subscribers. Is Sheriff Sonic coming to Sonic Speed Simulator? This is our prediction video, and yes, we were actually right about this way before it came to the game. Unlocking Chrome Style Shadow and Luminosity Blaze, they were finally starting to add other Chrome skins to the game, which was kind of interesting. Meshed with the Luminosity skins in the Golden Eggs, kind of, yeah, not great because they were, of course, utilizing the Golden Egg system still, but interesting that we got another Chrome skin, I guess. Metal Harbor was finally coming to the game, so we did a update video on that. And then finally, we did a 3rd anniversary event, which the new skin for that was like Tuxedo Knuckles. Kind of a random one, but yeah. We did a video on Sonic Speed Simulator being pay to win. Kind of depends who you ask, because technically you can't like win Sonic Speed Simulator, I guess. Oh, and then they had that moment where Super Sonic was free. You could get him through like a daily event. And yeah, they quickly they had this going for a little while, but then they did away with that because, of course, that's a valuable skin. They want to continue selling that on the store. We gave away every movie skin in the trading hub for 1 red star ring. That was pretty cool. And then we had, in my opinion, at the time, this was the greatest fast pass ever because we had 2 Eggman Robos. 2 Eggman robots. I don't know what you want to call them. The Eggman Robo, but there was 2 versions. Then we had this weird Metal Sonic Super skin, which is kind of lazy, but we had the amazing Eggmobile mount. So that it was kind of just the Eggman Robo and the mount that made it really, really great for me. I could kind of do with or without the Metal Sonic skin. That was just a bonus kind of. But for me, this is really, really great. I love this Fast Pass, but I'm not a huge fan of the Fast Pass system in general. I don't like paying for the premium pass. We had 2 limited skins. Chrome Rouge was added, and then they had Luminosity Jet. The Sonic Riders concept skins were then added to the game. Extreme Rider Sonic and Amy. This was kind of an interesting event. Another one that I feel like kind of got slept on a little bit is Outlaw Shadow coming to the game. Yes, we ended up being right about this. This was our prediction video talking about the skin since he had arrived in Sonic Forces Speed Battle, and I was willing to bet that he was going to arrive to Sonic Speed Simulator as well, and I ended up being right about that. We did a Luminosity giveaway. At this point, Sonic Speed Simulator was kind of dying down in hype, so people were a little less interested in this giveaway. And that's when things were starting to go downhill for the giveaways, and I started to kind of ease off of it. We had a massive racing update, which is crazy. 5 new races, which was amazing. Really, really cool. And then, yeah, yikes. 2 gold race suit Sonic and Shadow skins, but now it's more. There's 3 now. There's 3 of each. That's crazy. That's crazy. 6 months ago, there was only 2, which at the time was still a lot. Now there's 3. Friggin' crazy. Big news for Sonic Speed Simulator. Oh, yeah, we got this King Classic Sonic skin. So I thought that since we were able to get that skin, I thought that they were going to continue cranking out more classic skins after that. They did not. It was just a one-time thing, but I'm hoping that they'll do that in the future. It would be really cool to get Trip, Fang, maybe even Mighty and Ray. That would be really cool. Then clubs and emotes came to the game. We tested out the feature and we made RG's Cat Club in the trading hub, but then once this came to the game officially, we just called our club Cat Club, and I was actually the first person to ever make a club, which is cool. We were able to test out the feature a little early and make our club. Oh, and then I made a video where I was pissed and I said Sonic Speed Simulator has gone too far. If you want to hear more about that, check out that video. We had the Summer Fast Pass with Summer Whisper and Summer Tangle. That was really cool that they got their own summer skins. We had VIP Sonic in Sonic Speed Simulator. And funny enough, for a long time, we were the only ones who had this VIP Sonic skin, which is kind of interesting. And I was actually the first person in all of Sonic Speed Simulator to get this skin. So that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. We had some codes because they started adding the emotes to the game, which is really cool. That's a really cool feature. We had the popsicle emote, so we had some codes for that. We had a max level video, but this is not an event or anything. We just did a video on how to level up quickly. How to earn 1 million red star rings, in case you want to know. We did a giveaway, and at this point, yeah, I was really dying down with the giveaways. They finally gave us Summer Tails and Summer Knuckles, so we did a video on that. Oh, and the ability, didn't Tails get his flight ability in this? Really, really cool. We did a video talking about scalpers ruining Sonic Speed Simulator. And then we even did a video talking about Tails being better than Super Sonic because he has a proper flight ability. And at the time, Super Sonic did not have a proper flight ability. And since then, he's been given one. So that's really, really cool. That's really cool. I wonder if this video had any impact on that. Guess we'll never know. Chrome Style Silver was then added to the game, and Luminosity Vector. The Vector skin was really cool, not gonna lie. We had the Cool event. Is this the coolest Sonic Speed Simulator event? They literally called it the Cool event, so I really played that up in the title. It was not that cool, not that many people were interested. And then we did a video talking about the club system and what to do, what not to do if you're running a club in Speed Sim. We then gave away some skins. This was like a video talking about the results of the giveaway. We had an insane racing update with 6 new skins and some drag races that were added. Really cool stuff. We had the Sonic Riders, Robos, E10000G and E10000R, whatever. E10000G, I think he was added way before, but anyway, we had E10000R that was finally added. Sonic Speed Simulator, making some sudden changes. Actually don't remember what those changes were at the time. This is 5 months ago. Maxing out Fast Friends. This Stealthy Fast Pass, where we got this like Stealth Suit Rouge, which is not the Ninja Rouge skin that we originally thought we were going to get from Sonic X. They probably had some issue getting like a Sonic X related skin. So we instead got like this Stealth Suit Rouge, but anyway, kind of interesting. Since they revamped the race hub and the race system, everyone was trying to get tickets at the time, so we did this trick, talking about methods that you can use to double your tickets, which was kind of cool. We then talked about shops returning to the game, which I do still want shops to return someday. Is the Gold Medal Sonic event even worth it? We had Gold Medal Sonic returning as a skin. We had, dang, 5 months ago, is Super Silver coming to Sonic Speed Simulator? Of course, we ended up being right. He did come to the game. Lego Sonic. Man, I remember when this was announced, this was crazy. And crazy enough, we have to go to the live tab here. That was the first ever live stream on this YouTube channel. We live streamed the Lego Sonic event. It was kind of scuffed because, yeah, it was like my first ever live stream, but man, that was great. That was really great. Back in August. Wasn't that back in August? I feel like I started streaming back in August. So we did a video talking about that event coming to the game, and then finally unlocking Brick Hill Zone in Sonic Speed Simulator, unlocking Extreme Riders Tails, which is really cool, and Shadow, Extreme Riders Shadow. Exploring Greenport Island, which this hub was removed from the game soon after, so I'm glad that we at least have this video kind of archiving what that island looked like. First look at the Lego Sonic event. There was some like YouTubers who, some like foreign YouTubers or something, got early access to the Lego Sonic like event for some reason. I don't know why they got access. So we kind of watched their footage back and reacted to it. And then we talked about every Lego skin. We talked about the secret badge. There was a secret brick badge that you could get by collecting a bunch of bricks. And then finally, we did a video unlocking Lego Sonic and Tails, which was really cool. Probably the highlight event of 2025, honestly. Some people may say they preferred like Super Silver or something like that. But personally, I think that Lego Sonic and Lego Tails and Brick Hill Zone, that was like the most hype event of the year for sure. It was tedious for sure and just like not fun to play, not gonna lie, but the event itself was just like, there was a lot of hype around that at the time. We had Lego Rouge coming to the game. We didn't know how. We did a test to see if scalping actually makes you rich in Sonic Speed Simulator. If you want to know the answer, go check out that video. Oh, and then we did a video talking about the NPC Spider-Man that I watched Sonic Movie 3 with. Go watch this video. It's got barely any views, but it's hilarious. Not related to Speed Sim at all, but anyway. We did a video talking about the worst golden egg update ever. Yeesh. Chaotix golden eggs, which included Luminosity Charmy and Chrome Style Knuckles. Kind of interesting. Lego Shadow and Lego Metal Sonic finally came to the game with the Mech. I remember this was really, really tedious to complete. Really, really bad, but anyway, the skins and the unlockables were cool at least. Are the Lego events even worth the hype? Because yeah, is it even fun? They were not that fun, not gonna lie, but the prizes were cool, so it's kind of worth doing just to get the prizes. We had a glitched Chow, which is kind of interesting. We did a video on every Luminosity skin, which of course, I think at this point, like this is outdated. We did a video on Mephiles in Sonic Speed Simulator, but he was just an avatar since it wasn't being added to the game, so I figured we might as well do it ourselves. And I was late to cover this because I was actually on vacation. We did a video talking about the final Lego event, which included Lego Knuckles, his mech, the ATV, Lego Amy, and Lego Rouge as just like a code or whatever. And then I thought, oh, maybe one more Lego event before it's over. I gave my prediction theory on that, and we ended up being wrong. No Lego super skins this time around, unfortunately. Maybe next time. Maybe we'll have to battle the Lego Bio Lizard or something. That would be really cool. Hopefully they can get another Lego deal. Man, then we had Sailor Sonic. I remember that came out like really randomly. The Sailor Sonic skin. And we actually unlocked that skin on a live stream, which is crazy. As you can see, we were with a bunch of people in this video. Oh, we had that ATV glitch, which was crazy. I might edit this into like a short because this was wild and it's actually been patched. It was patched pretty soon after I recorded this video, but this glitch was wild. Then we had a way to play as the pixel skins in Green Hill thanks to the Mech. I think this glitch still works. We had the Neon fastpass, which arrived to Sonic Speed Simulator, including the neon style skins from Sonic Rumble, which was really cool. This was a highlight for me, kinda. These were some really nice skins. And then they had a moment where they were making Sonic Speed Simulator more like Sonic Adventure 2, where they were making the models more like the Sonic Adventure 2 ones. They've since changed a lot of them, and they don't look as much like that for certain ones, but they even added like the bounce ability to the game. So really, really cool additions, honestly. It's been a decent year for Sonic Speed Simulator, but unfortunately the hype is dying down quite a bit because of all of the monetization and, you know, gambling and whatnot. We had some abilities that were added to the game. We spent 1 million red star rings. Snow Valley came back to the game. There were 2 Super Shadow skins in the game because one is tradable and one is not, so they're slightly different. A lot of people say this is Adventure Super Shadow or whatever. They call it like the Sonic Adventure 2 Super Shadow, but that's not what it is. That's not what it is. He's just like a slightly different color, but that's not what it is. At the end of gambling in Sonic Speed Simulator, I was hopeful. Because they removed the golden egg system temporarily. It ended up coming back, but I was hopeful about this. It then had a mystery skin coming to Sonic Speed Simulator. Which one was it? You'll have to check out this video if you want to see the answer to that. More Battle of the Band skins coming to Sonic Speed Simulator. I was hoping for Big or something. Drummer Big? I don't know. Something like that. Gambling returned with Chrome Eggs. Yay! Yay! And 5 Rumble skins that must come to Sonic Speed Simulator. There are so many cool skins in Sonic Rumble, so I'm hoping that some of those will carry over to Speed Sim. And then, unfortunately, we made the sad video talking about everybody leaving Sonic Speed Simulator. Because this year was honestly a year where Sonic Speed Simulator took a big hit, and the player base started to die down more than ever. We've been making a ton of Sonic Speed Simulator videos, but gradually we're gonna have to start making some other Sonic videos, which I am interested in doing anyways, but it just sucks that the interest has kind of been dwindling down. And it's been dwindling down for a long time, let's be real. But they did add cars to the game, so that was crazy. It was just a mount that controlled like a hoverboard, sort of similar to a hoverboard or something. But I mean, it looked really cool. It looked really awesome. And then unfortunately we had the hub that was for some reason removed from the game. I have no idea why. Like, that made no sense. They built out this entire hub and then said, nah, take it out of the game. Why? It was so cool. It was so cool. They could have changed up Green Hill entirely and made it into something else, and then just put everything else like that they need to put in this hub. Like, this hub could be the main area that you land in Sonic Speed Simulator, and then Green Hill could be the first real world that you go to. But wouldn't it be cool if you landed in this like hub instead? That would be so awesome. We did a video talking about how this could kill Sonic Speed Simulator. Check it out if you want to see what I'm talking about. And then I was urging people not to pay for microtransactions because I didn't want to feed the greedy game fam, which I would still advise you not to purchase microtransactions if you can avoid it. This update proves that Sonic Speed Simulator is a problem. Yeah. It was a lot of negative videos, A mysterious Halloween update was on the way. I wasn't sure what it was going to be. Maybe could it be this like weird Sonic wasn't this from like Nights into Dreams or something? Anyway, I forget his name. But you guys, if you know his name, leave it in the comments down below. We had the spooky fast pass. I love that they gave Charmy a skin. Really cool. They even gave us like the orange Sonic Riders robot, and they're like, he's orange. That's close enough. That's a Halloween skin. And then we gave away a bundle of 11 skins, which is kind of interesting. 11 limited skins. And that was the last time that honestly I was able to make the giveaways interesting for myself, like, because we weren't giving away separate skins to separate people. I was giving away one big bundle of skins to one specific person. So for me, that's exciting. That's super exciting to be able to go here and give that awesome gift to one special person. So that's what made it exciting for me, and that's why I did this giveaway. But since then, I haven't been able to come up with any interesting ideas aside from the trading hub giveaways. Halloween Green Hill came back, so that was cool. The emote eggs were dropped, and yeah, I wasn't too fond of them, clearly. The costume party event came out, and it was really, really awesome. This was definitely a highlight of 2025 for me. Golden eggs came back, and nobody asked for this. That's why I gave you the mad chained up werehawk thumbnail. We had the potential of Hang Castle coming to Sonic Speed Simulator. It did not come to Sonic Speed Simulator, unfortunately. And we even became the fastest player in all of Sonic Speed Simulator. A lot of videos criticizing the game, of course, but then we had the final Halloween update, which was Mad Hatter Silver. This took a long time to do, and we did it on a live stream, so I just kind of gave you guys that mostly uncut live stream right over here. And then the Mech fastpass came out. Man, they released a lot of updates in 2025. It was crazy. We had the Cyclone, which was really cool. Really, really cool. They kept finding new ways to kind of give us some interesting updates, which I do really appreciate them for doing. And then we did this video talking about Sonic Speed Simulator and if it'll ever change or if it'll kind of keep trekking along the way it has been. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping for the best with 2026. I'm hoping that they'll make some big changes and hopefully gain back some of that player base. And yeah, I actually predicted the new event, which ended up being, of course, Cowboy Sonic and Sheriff Shadow. The Cyclone was given its flight ability, which was really cool. ESP Golden Eggs came to the game, and they were cursed. They were really cursed. And then they did something really cool, which was the fact that they added the tag minigame back to the game through this football minigame. It died on arrival, unfortunately, but I feel like if they promote it the right way, maybe they can kind of bring it back to life. It's currently still in the game, so kind of interesting. I'm glad that they added it back to the game. Supersonic was given his flight ability. Touchdown Blitz was broken because they had this shadow event where you had to play Touchdown Blitz to get the skin. But when I literally tried to record a video to showcase the event and show you guys how to unlock the skin, no one was playing the minigame, so I literally could not unlock the skin. Horrible. Really, really horrible. We had a video talking about Holiday Supersonic and how he was coming to the game, and then boom, the Holiday Fastpass came and we did get Holiday Supersonic. I was hoping that Eggman would finally come to the game. He did not. He did not come to the game as a playable character. He was kind of playable because you could like control his ship or whatever. So for me, I did this video talking about it being a disappointing update. but it was kind of interesting. It was kind of interesting that they slipped in a way where you could kind of play as Eggman, but at that point, just make him a playable character. Allow me to run through a loop as Eggman. I need to see it. This could be the coolest event in Sonic Speed Simulator. It kind of was. It was kind of interesting. Paying 1 million red star rings for skin, yikes. And that skin broke Sonic Speed Simulator, big yikes. New world coming to the game, and then it ended up being, of course, the one that we showed off here. Creatable skins were a problem. Yep, big problem because they were broken. They were literally broken. But then finally we got a new world. It didn't end up being World 16. What was it called? Cold Front or something? I literally already forgot, and it was just 2 weeks ago. But for me, this could be the coolest Sonic Speed Simulator event. And then, boom, this is the best Sonic Speed Simulator update. We got part 1 to the Super Silver update, which included all of those wireframe skins, the simulation skins, which here we talked about every simulation skin in the game. And this was just really, really cool because we got a brand new tail skin, a new world, and a whole lot of simulation skins. So this was epic. This was so, so cool. And then finally, Super Silver was coming to the game, and then he finally came to the game, and we did the fastest unlock because it actually wasn't a very tedious event whatsoever. There were a couple tricks to speed up the event and unlock Super Silver in no time, in 15 minutes or less to be exact. So really interesting year for Sonic Speed Simulator. Honestly, there were a lot of ups, but there were a few downs. And yeah, they got to do something big in 2026 if they want to revive the game and spark some interest back into the game. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think we'll be getting in 2026? I'd love to hear your predictions, but if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to your boy. As always, we're trying to reach our goal of 50,000 subscribers, and once we do, I have a crazy amount of surprises for you guys planned. You're not going to want to miss it. You're definitely going to want to be here once we hit that mark. At the end of this video, we're going to have 3 handpicked videos on screen. Be sure to check one of them out. I'm sure you'll find something that you'll love. In the pinned comment below, as well as in the video description, I will have my link tree listed. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We also do stream on Twitch every week, so my Twitch channel will be listed there, along with our Discord server. Make sure to join the server as well. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.